Hello my makeup loving friends, excuse my slightly dishevelled appearance. I'm after getting back from work. Yeah, Cece's very excited about me being back from work because she's been at home for the past 8 hours and she can't go outside. Well, she can, she's allowed to go outside, but it's raining, so she has no interest in going outside. Does anyone else have cats that just... Anyways, look, so this video, let's face it, it's not an original idea, and I've been wanting to do this forever, but I haven't had the chance to do it because my life has been a bit hectic. But it is the Would You Rather tag, and it was originally done by Kelly Gooch, and it's all about, you know, would you rather, but makeup edition. Just hearing meows, like little plaintive meows of, oh, my life is so hard. So yeah, I thought these were quite interesting and I liked watching. I know Kat from Beauty News did this and I thought it was really interesting to hear her take on it. So I thought, hey, why not? And I'd love to see what you guys think. How would you answer these questions? So the first one was, would you rather have a bad base or bad eye makeup? You want to put money on it? Do you want to know what I'd say? I would prefer to have a bad base. I love eye makeup. Eye makeup is the bit of makeup that I'm probably the most enthusiastic about. I would happily go without actually wearing foundation, etc. because my skin is okay. Like, it's not the best, but it's not the worst. And I'd be okay with that. I think the only offending part of my skin is my forehead. It's quite frowny. There are quite a few lines and the fringes hid that quite well. So I don't really feel the need to use a base to cover things up or, you know, whereas for me, eye makeup is about accentuating what's there because I do quite like my eyes. they're not functional, they don't work very well. I need glasses, but I do visually like my eyes. I think they're nice. So I would 100 times over going for a bad base rather than bad eye makeup. But I think this is also something that would change over time. I think once my skin starts to sag more and I start to show more signs of aging, that may change. The second one was, would you rather wear a neutral eye for the rest of your life or a neutral lip? I'm like, this is such an easy question. I would happily wear a neutral lip. I tend to favour neutral lips a little bit more, but I'm not a fan of neutral eyes. Like, even going to work, this is what I wore to work while lecturing today. It's essentially an all green eyeshadow look. I will wear neutral colour sometimes, but it's not something that makes the little heart go pitter patter. But I like neutral lip shades. So yeah, neutral lip shades for the rest of my life. Never a neutral eyeshadow. Third question is, would you rather wear the wrong foundation shade or no foundation at all? Well, I am very, very, very pale. Like what's the word? The foundation that was in my project pan was the lightest shade that you could get on the Urban Decay All Nighter foundation. It was 0.5 and that was still too orange on me, and I was very conscious of that, and I was trying to blend and it was a little bit of why I didn't like that foundation. So like I said before, I think my skin is okay. It's not amazing, don't get me wrong, but I would feel much more comfortable going without foundation than wearing the wrong shade of foundation, because there's nothing worse than just seeing the mismatch between your neck and your face. Like, oh, and no matter how diligent you are, you're gonna miss like some of those lines. So yeah, it's not for me. Would you rather, this is the fourth one, would you rather give up primer or setting spray? I use both, but if I'm honest, I am not 100% convinced about the efficacy of primer. But I have primer and I've bought it, so I'm going to use it. But I don't know if I'll bother buying any more again. I actually think it's great if you've like problematic skin, or, you know, you have really dry skin and you need, you know, a tackier base. so that, you know, you're not getting that, like, I'm holding like an eyelash tweezer. I just need to fiddle with things. I think it's good for, like, if you have dry skin and you need to make sure that when you have a more moisturised base, so that it isn't coming on all cakey and showing up patches of dry skin, that I can totally get. But I have quite normal skin, and I'm not amazing with my skincare, but I do make some effort. So I actually think you don't really need primer if you have a good skincare regimen. I think that isn't really needed. And part of why I say that as well is there's a Pixie primer, but it's also like a moisture balm. So you can use it as skincare, but also as a primer. So I'm like, tricky people. So I would definitely go for a setting spray, because I feel very, not anxious. That is not the correct word. Sorry, I don't know if you can hear that, but my cat is at her litter box. I know, TMI. But I'll get back in there. But setting spray, I feel very weird and almost like vulnerable if I don't have it on, because I'm like, oh no, my makeup could go through the day, but it doesn't. But I just have it in my head. So, and I think, again, depending upon the time of the year, this time of the year, it's winter, I'm not as bothered about a setting spray. I mean, I'll still use it, but I don't feel that it's as necessary to lock my, you know, look into place. But during the summer, hells yes, I'm all about setting spray. Question number 5 is, would you rather not wear makeup for a year or not drink coffee for a year? I don't drink coffee, so coffee doesn't agree with me. It makes me really, like, anxious. I don't know, it's a weird thing with me. But I suppose I could insert my beverage of choice, tea, because I'm Irish. Of course it's going to be tea. Would I rather not wear makeup for a year or not drink tea for a year? I would rather not drink tea for a year. Because I genuinely enjoy wearing makeup. It isn't a chore to me. It's fun. I love it. It's just a method of self-expression. So to not have that, I'd be really quite sad. But I can do without tea. I'm not my mother. She cannot do without tea for a day, never mind a year. Number 6 is, would you rather have only 60 seconds to do your daily makeup routine, or have to do a full glam 1 hour transformation every time you do your makeup? Oh, it would have to be like a full glam 1 hour transformation. Like, I take my time even just doing my eyes, because that's the bit that I really like. I wouldn't do 60 seconds to do my daily. How would I even put lashes on? It's definitely, I would take a 60 minutes rather than 60 seconds, like, hands down. This is quite... What? She's just alerting me. She's like, I've gone to the toilet. Do you need to know about this? Please sort it out. I know. I heard. There are no words. Number 7, would you rather only use mattes or only use shimmers? And just as I was saying it's getting easy, I was like, ah, oh, damn it, this is quite difficult. No. There was a phase where I was all about shimmers, and that's all I was wearing. Like, I could make a whole eye look out of shimmers. But now I'm really appreciating mattes and seeing what they do to a look. Oh God, it's like asking to choose between your babies. Oh God. And I have to give a response. Shimmers. I would go for shimmers. Yeah. Oh, I know. I like the drama of it. But I understand how much mattes bring to the game as well. That is not a happy choice. That is a Sophie's choice. That's hard. I did not like that one. Number 8 is, would you rather not do makeup for a year or never watch another YouTube video ever again? Oh, that is a difficult one. I love YouTube. There's so many YouTube creators that I really, really enjoy. You know, Samantha March, Make Me Up Missa, Angelica Nuckfist, I think is how I pronounce her surname. And, you feel like you've a personal connection with these people when you're watching them over a period of time. You're like, yeah, I get your sense of personality, your sense of humor, etc. I'd probably go without wearing makeup. I'd prefer to... Cece's here. I would prefer to be able to see these people and see how they're getting on and just know that everything is going well in their lives than do makeup. But that's really hard. I don't like it. The last question. Do you want to go? What do you want to do? No regard. No regard. The last question is, one has to go highlight, bronzer or blush. Tricky. I love highlighter. I really like highlighter. I have a bit on the nose, a bit on the cheeks here. I used to never wear bronzer. I know. As a pale person, you would think that I would understand what bronzers do for me. I think I would get around it because I like a glowy blush. So I think the way I would get around it would be to use a highlighter but as a blush. You know how you can get highlighters that have like a shimmer? Like even the blush that I have here, that's as part of my project pan. I put my project pan stuff on my table, so I'm like, do not forget to use this. It has quite a shimmery look to it. You can see that I've hit pan. Darn you, you'll know this for before our project pan. Oh well. But you can see there's a little bit of a shimmer to it. It's more a highlighty sort of a blush, and I like that rather than a matte sort of a blush. So I think that's how I would attempt to get around it, would be to use a highlighter as a blush. So I would get rid of blush and I would keep highlighter and bronzer. So that is it. That is the would you rather makeup tag. Let me know what you guys think. You know, would you have chosen differently? Where did you come down on the matte versus shimmers train? It was very stressful. I did not like that. And feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to go and check on my cat now. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.